Hello students, good morning. My name is Harindra Tiwari from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. Here I brought a very special topic, that is discovery of neutron. Now in this video today we are going to learn how neutron has been discovered. What are the consequences that motivate to the scientist they have to discover the neutron? What are the motivating factors behind the discovery of the neutron that compel to the scientist to do many experiment, and till the moment the neutron could not discovered. There are many scientists have involved. We cannot neglect their role, that they have worked throughout day and night, and they ultimately one scientist got success to find out and observe the neutron that is coming from the atom of the matter. So let us continue our discussion here. Actually, what happened, as we know that discovery of neutron means, neutron word means that is neutral particle. First of all, I tell you the meaning of neutron. The meaning of neutron, a particle which has no charge, that is neutral. Means, why we call this particle is neutral? Because when this particle passes through the electric field, then it cross the electric field without deviating towards any one of the field, either positive charged electrode or negative charged electrode. It's same as, suppose this two plate, I am a neutron, this two plate we have applied, this is positive plate, this is a negative plate, cathode and anode, and if I started the moving between these two plate, this two plate has no tendency to deviate me from my path. I will cross these two plate without deviating towards any one of them. But if you allow two electron pass, if suppose I am electron and this is the positive plate, then when I enter in this field, I will divert towards the positive field, because due to the attraction of the opposite charge. If I am proton and I am crossing this field, then I will divert towards the negative plates because of the attraction of the opposite charge. But if I am neutron, I have tendency to cross this field without any fear. So this is the meaning of neutral. Neutron word is derived from the neutral word. First time this word has been conceptualized or predicted by a very prominent scientist, Ernest Rutherford. After the discovery of nucleus, and when he put forward opinion about atom, how could be the model of atom, how could be electrons, protons arranged inside the atom, he suggested to the community of scientists and community of the students that this is our atom, and according to his, in short I tell you, we will learn in detail further. According to his concept that nucleus and extranuclear part, in the extranuclear part electrons are rigidizing, and in the nucleus protons are rigidizing. Protons means that is positive charge particle. Then he might have thought that's how these positive charge particles stable inside the nucleus. Now I am going to discuss about that. What are the consequences that compel to scientists to think about another particles that may be present inside the nucleus. Then might have Rutherford thought that in this nucleus, what are the region that all the positive charges are stable? According to our concept, among the same charges, repulsion takes place. So, inside the nucleus, protons are present. If we talk about hydrogen, so it has only one proton. But when we talk about that helium has the two protons. So why not proton and protons repelling to each other, and they are not capable to break the nuclei? In such way, due to the repulsion between the protons, the nuclei should be decomposed and protons should come out. But it was not observing, it was not happening. In real, it is not happening. Then Rutherford told something present inside the nucleus that bind the proton. Something present inside the nucleus that is binding the protons, and in order to that he explained that one other particles that should be present in the nucleus. Then the second consequences what happened, the first that I just discussed, that inside the nucleus only proton is present. Then due to the repulsion between the protons, because protons are having the same charges, all protons, so the nuclei should be decomposed, but it is not observing. Then the second consequence is what? The scientists have started estimating the atomic mass of the different atoms of the elements. They have estimated and predicted the mass of the hydrogen is because of that mass of the proton. This statement has made by Ernest Rutherford. He told that whatever the mass of the atoms, particular atoms possess, that is because of the protons present inside the, not proton, means that is because of the nucleus of the atoms. Because with respect to the mass of the protons, the mass of the electron is very negligible. So when they have started to estimating the masses of the atoms of the different elements, the first of all they made that hypothesis, or they determine or estimated the mass of the hydrogen atom. So according to their estimation, mass of the hydrogen atoms, that is because of the mass of protons. Here we are considering the mass of electron is negligible. So that is equal to 1 U. Means one proton mass is nearly equal to one atomic mass. So they have, the problem was created when they have estimated the mass of helium. In the helium, for your kind information, I tell you, in helium there are 2 protons present. So if I ask 2 protons present, if I ask to you what should be the mass of helium, then obviously it should be equal to the 2U. And 2U unified mass, it is the 2 times of the mass of the hydrogen. As we know that hydrogen has the 1 proton, helium had 2 protons. So mass of the hydrogen, if 1U unified mass, then mass of the helium must be the 2 unified mass. Means the mass of, we can write mass of helium atom should be twice of the mass of hydrogen atom. Before estimation, The scientists, they were imagine and hypothesizing, or they were thinking that mass of the helium, according to this concept, helium has the 2 protons, so the mass of the helium should be twice of the mass of hydrogen atom. Clear? But when they have estimated the mass of helium, in actually they have found mass of helium atom was 4 times of the mass of hydrogen atom. Oh, they were shocked. What happened? We were thinking mass of helium atom should be twice of the mass of hydrogen atom. Then where this extra mass is coming? Why the mass of helium atoms is not twice of the mass of the hydrogen atom? How the mass of helium atoms became 4 times the mass of the hydrogen atoms? This result, they have estimated the mass of the different atoms, and they have found the same results what they have observed in the case of the helium, what I just explained by taking the example of helium. So they have started to thinking what could be the reason. Then they have started to thinking like that there's something else present in the nucleus of the atom. Because of that, some another particles must be present inside the nucleus. They have concluded, and they have started their experimentation. In 1932, a very prominent scientist, his name is what? His name is, in 1932, his name is Sir James Chadwick. In 1932, he got succeed to identify a particles which is present in the nucleus rather than proton, with proton. Not only by theoretically, he explained experimentally. He proved with the experiment. So let us understand what was his experiment. He just took a source of alpha particles, a radioactive element he has taken, might be polonium. This is the source of alpha particles, and he took a thin foil of beryllium, and he bombarded the alpha particles over at this foil. When the alpha particles, then what is the alpha particles? Alpha particles is the nucleus of helium. Means the particles which has the mass equal to the atomic mass of the helium. Is it clear? A particles which has the mass equal to the atomic mass of helium. So we call that alpha particles is same as the helium atom. So here I have taken the helium, then he thrown that helium particles, alpha particles at the foil of beryllium, and beryllium atomic number 4 and mass number 9. He observed there were the two particles. One was the carbon, and along with the carbon and other particles he observed, and later on he concluded that when the helium collide with the beryllium, it's like that. So 4 plus 9, 13, and it is a 4 plus 2, 6, but it is converted, beryllium converts into carbon atoms, and as a result one particles emitted from the nucleus of the carbon atoms, from the nucleus of the beryllium atoms, that was the neutron. So he proved through this experiment that is existence of neutron that must be present inside the nucleus, and later on they have explained that why and how the protons are stable inside the nucleus, because the neutron acting as the binding force, or we can say that neutron act as a gum that is binded the protons inside the nucleus. In detail you will study in class 12th standard physics. So this is the nuclear chemistry. There you have learned that in detail about it, this phenomenon. Here in short I introduced you that is how the neutron has been discovered, who has discovered the neutron. So the credit goes to the Sir James Chadwick finally. Before him there were many scientists, they have tried, but they unfortunately they could not get the success, but he got the success in order to discovery of the neutron. And in 1935 he won the Nobel Prize. So this is whole about the discovery of neutron. So we have discussed, and I think you have learnt about that, how discovery of electrons takes place, how was the proton has been discovered, how was neutron has been discovered. So please note it down, and then I will explain and discuss with you. There are some special properties of these fundamental particles, electrons, protons and neutrons. So about neutron we can write that neutral particle which is present in nucleus of the atom nucleus of every atom that we called neutron in the nucleus of hydrogen atom, that is protium, neutron is absent. Means only one nucleus, that is a hydrogen atom nucleus, that is protium. As we know that hydrogen atom has 3 isotopes. So one of the protium isotope of the hydrogen atoms, in the nucleus of protium neutron is absent. Clear? So now we are going to just see the properties, fundamental properties characteristics of the electrons, proton and neutron. So some properties of electron, proton and neutron. This is a serial number. Then particle, then relative charge, the relative charge, then actual charge, then relative mass, then actual mass, and at last the name of discoverer. Name of discoverer. So serial number 1, fundamental particle is our neutron, relative charge 0, there it has no charge, and actual charge is 0, it has no charge. Relative mass, it is nearly about 1.675 into 10 to the power, relative mass, as we know that we express in terms of the atomic mass unit, so that is nearly about 1 U, and actual mass we expressed in terms of the gram. So in terms of the gram, 1.675 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Who discovered? So James Chadwick. The second is proton. The relative charge is the 1, it has no unit. So 1 unit plus charge, proton has a here 1 point I add the symbol. So neutron symbol is N0, proton symbol is P plus means 1 unit relative charge. The value of this 1 unit relative charge is the plus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Relative mass, it is nearly equal to 1 U. For your kind information, I tell you, the proton mass is slightly less than the mass of the neutron. That is nearly equal to 1.674 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Who discovered it? It is discovered by Eugene Goldstein. Third and last, this is the electron. The symbol of the electron is E minus. It has the relative charge 1 negative. The value of 1 is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. The mass in terms of atomic mass unit is equal to 0.000548 about, and in terms of the gram is the 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kilogram. In terms of the gram it will be 31 gram. Who discovered it? So it is discovered by Sir J.J. Thomson. So this is whole about the this is whole about the characteristics, properties of different fundamental particles which is present in the atom. So that's all about today class. I hope you will be learn these fundamental particles and its characteristics, properties. So at last I tell you thank you for your patience and cooperation. Wish you all the best. Do study.